good morning. It's time to talk antiques once again. And you know, I saw my buddy Max this morning all slicked up in white, fixing to go play golf.
He's eat up.
And, you know,
Solid
I don't know
white
if he's
outfit.
had enough swinging time or not to do
Yeah.
any good, you reckon?
No, I don't know.
I tell you what they need to do is invent a gun that'll shoot a golf ball, and that's what
Yes.
Max needs to carry with him.
You make
You know,
look like a
that-
bullet gun.
That's a classic, Dave. I got to remember that when
Yeah.
next time I see him.
Yeah. Whoever invents that gun to shoot a golf ball will be a billionaire. They'll sell more of them on what's that TV the show that sells all that odd and end stuff?
Yeah.
You know, like they got 10 left or 100 left.
Oh,
The shopping network?
Shopping network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. I've just gave somebody $1 billion idea.
Well, what if you just used them like in the skeet shoot thing and put it in there instead of the skeet? Would that?
Well, that'd be too. You don't want something that's going to kill somebody if the golf ball hits them. You know, you
Well,
want it
I mean,
to,
a gun shooting is gonna
Well-
gonna propel it pretty good too.
well, can't you? You could have some type of gas and be able to cut it down to a certain,
Oh, okay.
so it won't go too far. You know,
Okay.
maybe over 100 yards or so.
Maybe like a
But here's I got the
like
idea.
a CO2 cartridge kind of gun,
Yeah.
not an actual gunpowder.
No, not
involved.
gunpowder. Good God, no. But here, I've got a good idea, and they've used this for years at golf. Before you shoot the thing, you yell out real loud, 4, right?
Right.
Matter of fact, you could actually put that on a big speakerphone and hit the button before you shoot the gun and have it attached
It
to
could
the
yell
gun.
for you.
Or
Yeah.
you can just
That's
throw
great
it up.
golf etiquette, yeah.
Huh? Ain't
That'd
that
be great golf
yeah.
etiquette.
Have it hooked to the gun before you shoot it and just hit the button and it'll yell out real loud 4, and then everybody they'll know that you fixed to shoot that gun. I bet you could get a hole in one after a little bit of practice.
You could probably it'd probably help my game.
I tell you what, let's do.
Okay.
Your grandpa was a big inventor, right?
Right. Yeah.
So I know you got some of that in you.
Okay.
So why don't we invent that gun, and me and you'll be billionaires, and then we'll cut Ronnie and Ray in, and Brian and the whole family here.
All right. We'll see what we
I
can.
appreciate
We'll
my
see what we
part.
can come up with.
Yeah,
All right.
appreciate my
That
part.
really was. I saw a lot of stuff made.
Okay, so really, what we want to talk about today, I think now, who knows on this show? It can be led anyway. But so we've talked for years about the different stuff like we see that comes out in the Antique Weekly. So we do the thing, see just to make sure Antique Weekly's telling us the right story, and so far they have. But I thought today we just pick an item, like you just found one.
I ran for Coca-Cola because you have a bunch of Coca-Cola memorabilia.
Yeah, I've got that sign.
That's a fountain.
Hey, fellas, before we go any further, I'd like to mention Ross Simmons is having
Yeah.
a hard time.
Yeah.
Ross
Yeah.
has, I don't know, he's doing all right now. They done some kind of surgical procedure on him,
Yeah.
and they talked about letting him come home for
Yeah.
a while. But
We need to pray for
all of us
Ross.
need to be praying for Ross
Yeah.
and his
Okay.
family.
He's a good
Ross
man.
has done a lot.
Tell you what,
Yeah.
you know, I've worked a lot of benefits in my life, but I believe Ross has outbeat me because every benefit I was at, he was at.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, there was one about a month ago, and I forgot it. Not Ross. He was there,
That's right.
and that's when he found out he was sick right after it because he felt kind of weak.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Ross has done a lot for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, he's a good man.
All right. Well, back on the Coca-Cola here. Here's David's 1930s to 1940s original Coca-Cola fountain service sign.
Now mine
two-sided
says
porcelain.
drugstore across it instead of fountain service.
Oh, okay.
Same sign though.
All right. Well, yours probably isn't worth $8,000
Well,
like
that
this
was
guy
the one
said.
that would have hung off cold.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
See those little yellow buttons down there? They're about 16 inches, and there's 2 of them. They're porcelain. They're probably worth $1,000 each by
Oh, so
themselves.
this sign is really big then.
Huge.
Is that? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was
that's
thinking
one
that
that
was
hung
about
out front.
It's probably
4
about
inches. I feel that'd be something for the kids to shoot at. Wouldn't it?
it's probably about 4 foot long, wide and about 5 foot tall.
Oh, so this is a big
If you
sign.
come from the point up,
Okay.
it's huge.
All right.
Ain't that what Bernie says? Huge.
They were asking for $8,000 and they got over 6 for it. So
It's small compared to the
Good
one
deal.
we hung up the other day over.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
they're always
Ronnie,
bigger when you're hanging them
Ronnie
up
knows when I
yourself,
call and say we got to hang something. He runs in there and starts lifting little weights before he comes over to the house.
Yeah. and do my
Do a few
bench
bench
press.
too.
presses
Warm up, yeah.
Yeah.
because he knows it's gonna be heavy. This sign was like about 8. No, it's 9
No,
foot
it
by
was
4
nine-
foot.
Yes, it was like 9 foot
Dang.
by 44 inches.
And we stuck it up in the air. We didn't just stick it to the wall. We stuck it up about 8 foot tall.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you should have got in on
Ronnie
that.
flexed those muscles. And that sign just shot up there.
Squirt Cola, as a matter of fact. You see any Squirt Cola there?
Yeah, we'll look up some Squirt Cola.
We'll check them.
Well, let's talk about Coca-Cola here. Let's stay focused, if it's possible.
I don't
for us
think
to-
it's possible for
Okay.
us.
Brian's supposed to keep us straight, but he don't do too good of a job sometimes.
All right, we got a 1928 to 1929 salesman sample glasscock Coca-Cola cooler.
Okay, let me tell you about
That
them.
is
Tell me
neat.
about this.
Those are about not hardly as big as a shoebox, okay?
Oh,
So if you can picture a shoebox, and I know the audience can, and cut off about 3 inches on the end, that's about the size of the little sample. And what they did, the salesman didn't want to take the big coolers around to sell to stores and
Right.
all that. So they actually made little coolers the size of a shoebox, like I said, that are exactly like the big one that they're going to sell the product. And you've heard of salesman samples. I mean, I've seen
Right,
washing
yeah.
machines, I've seen stoves. You've seen the cast iron stoves and all that, those salesman samples. Same way here. And they're beautiful and they bring a lot of money.
So they come with like little miniature Coca-Cola bottles. Do they come with little bottles with Coca-Cola?
Not real Coke.
Did they? They
No,
didn't?
but they
Okay.
come with the little bottles, you know.
Okay.
And then
You
they
can
have the
see one in
cases.
there.
See
Yeah.
the case there?
Okay. All right. I wasn't sure if they were actual samples of Coca-Cola that they were giving out. They were
Well,
just
so
little
it'd only
tiny-
be about
Oh,
three
that-
quarters of an inch tall.
Okay.
The bottle
Oh,
would be.
okay, so it's-
you got to keep this thing in perspective.
perspective. All right. Okay. Well, if you got one, 16 bids, $6,000.
Now this one's 1928 to 29. I've got
Yes.
I've got that cooler, the full size, but not the salesman sample.
Yeah. Okay.
And that
It's
one, by
probably
the way,
pretty
is
rare.
ice fed too. That's not electric.
Oh, I would assume. Okay, new old stock, 100-year-old straight-sided bottle tin Coca-Cola sign.
Now that is nice.
It's a
Now that
beautiful
is the
sign.
actual Coca-Cola, straight-sided Coca-Cola bottle. This is before 1915. They came up with a hoop bottle because Coca-Cola wanted to standardize the bottle.
Right.
And what they wanted to do when they made that bottle, they wanted you to be able to close your eyes or be in the total darkness and be able to tell that was a Coca-Cola bottle. And
Right.
anybody that knows anything about a Coca-Cola bottle can tell, you
Right.
know, the way it's shaped. But that's a straight-sided bottle, but the unique thing about it, it has paper labels on it.
Oh, wow.
So when it come back and they bottle it up again, they put another label. Those labels, no telling what just a label on a bottle would bring if you had some blank ones.
It looks like someone framed that sign.
Yeah, well, this sign, I don't know. This sign had 25 bids, $5,778. That's some money for a sign.
Well, how about a Coca-Cola tray?
Coca-Cola tray. I remember you were collecting these about a year ago. Did you?
I don't have
do you
that
have
one.
this
though.
one?
No, I don't.
This is a vintage rare Coca-Cola tray called Hilda with the Roses.
Now, Hilda was a famous model,
Oh,
and she'd done a lot of different Coca-Cola signs and products.
okay. Well, this is from
And not just Coke. She
I've
was a
seen her
model
on
for a lot of
others.
other.
this was 1901 Coca-Cola tray, and the buy it now on it went for $5,500. Whoa.
Now let's buy it now.
Yeah, that is a lot of money for a tray.
Not if it's.
1901.
You know what? It's all about the rarity of it.
Yeah, I
Think
mean-
about
Thing's 116
now that
years
tray
old.
that you're
It
talking
is.
about. It's round. Most of them that I collect are oblong.
So, looking at it, it doesn't look like those are. It's on tiles. So, it's how big is that? Is
I'm
that
gonna say it's about 10 inches,
10-inch? Okay.
10 or 12 inches. But now here's the thing about them. They were designed to set product on, like glasses. So most of them got all scratched up. And you know, once the
Right, you
restaurants
use
had
it,
them, or
yeah.
the fountain, you know, the soda fountain places, when they got real bad, they just throw them away.
Right. Because
they-
they'll give you more.
Yeah, there you are.
There you go. Okay, we got a 1994 Coca-Cola brass etched insert redemption card. Serial number 001 of 5,000. So this is some promotional deal that Coca-Cola did back in 1994 with these cards, and the buy it now on that was $4,700. Here is Betty Coca-Cola litho sign, original embossed frame, excellent condition. And they were asking $5,000 and took a best offer, but that best offer was between $4,000 and $4,700.
Let's get back to Hilda.
Okay.
So,
Hilda Clark, born 1872 and died in 1932, was an American model and actress born in Leavenworth, Kansas, to Linda and Milton Edward Clark. As a young adult, she moved to Boston to become a popular music hall singer and actress. However, Clark became famous as a model in 1895 when she became the first woman to be featured on a tin Coca-Cola tray. Hilda Clark remained the advertising face of Coca-Cola until February 1903. How long was that? That was 1895 to 1903. When she married Frederick Stanton Flower in New York, taking the name Hilda Clark Flower. Flower was a nephew of New York Governor Roswell Flower. Clark had been an active socialite in Boston but retired from the stage when she married. Frederick Flower was a millionaire, involved in banking concerns and director of several railroads. Hilda Clark died on May 5th, 1932 in Miami, Florida. So there you go.
well, there you are.
Yeah.
So that's
cool.
A story to go with the face that's on the tray.
Yeah. That's what I've seen her face. If you look at old Coca-Cola stuff,
Yeah.
you'll definitely see her face on it. Here's a 1951 Coca-Cola 16-inch double button flange lunch sign. So that'd be outside your diner.
That's a good looking
$4,000.
big red
buy it
Coca-Cola
now.
button with a green arrow on the bottom.
Yeah.
Coming at an angle, and it says lunch, just for the people on the radio. I know you TV people, because you're going to film that, I'm sure.
Here's a vintage 1958 tin die cut
Yeah,
Coca-Cola sign.
it's a 6-pack,
Yep.
and it's on 10, like you said.
Yeah.
Look how much it brought, though.
32 bids, $2,826.
How bright the colors are. It almost looks new.
Yeah, this is like new condition, so it is in really good condition.
Skip the motorbike, but go to the Coca-Cola letters, and then we're going to take a break and come back.
Okay, a large original cast iron Coca-Cola script sign off of a bottle plant, not porcelain. They were asking $3,500 and took a best offer. Probably, let's see, what was that? Between $2,500 and $3,000.
Now, I'll tell you,
That would be a
now if
really
somebody
good
wants
sign.
one of them, I'll tell you who's got one. You could probably talk him out of it. Is Harold Shelton at Shelton Antiques.
Oh, does it?
Maybe you could talk him out of it. You know, they say money talks.
That's a neat sign. I
So-
tell ya.
Big money though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it looks like around $3,000.
Yeah. I'd say it's a pretty big sign, too, though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's probably,
Well,
It's vacation time.
yeah, it's 10 foot or longer, time you put it all together, or maybe 12.
Okay.
It's really pretty. Let's take a break so you can push the button, and then we'll
All right.
get back with a little schoolgirl.
Hello, I'm Pick and Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
Madeline's Antiques and Uniques at 6107 Murfreesboro Road in Manchester has been helping collectors find just the right thing since 2008. With 40 quality dealers and a constantly changing inventory of collectibles from the 1800s to the present, they have many unique items in the store and new things coming in daily. Are you looking for the perfect lamp or clock to finish your collection? A vintage lunchbox from your childhood? Well, you can find that plus any number of other unique items in their huge building. With their easy access off I-24, they meet many travelers from around the world and just around the corner that come to buy and sell antiques, or just to stop and have a free cup of coffee and a cookie while browsing around the store. Come visit owner Madeline Kemp and travel back in time at Madeline's Antiques and Uniques. So many memories.
My name's John Hirschman. I'm one of the original 6 owners of P&H Rentals. Started the company 30 years ago when we saw a need for individual, construction, industrial, and commercial storage. We have trailers and containers for lease and sell. Our physical location is 2947 Old Manchester Highway, Tullahoma, Tennessee. My phone number is area code 931-273-4252.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
All right, we're back with Let's Talk Antiques, and boys, let's see what we got over there. It looked like a bunch of good-looking Coke bottles.
Oh,
Yeah.
no,
Well, you know,
looking Coca-Cola
I just
girls.
Googled Coca-Cola girls, all the different ones that's advertised. And so I showed Brian this one. This girl's on the beach wading water and got a little flower-looking thing over, and she's got this Coca-Cola swimsuit on. And Brian said things go better with Coke.
I didn't want to get y'all involved because I knew some of you might have wives.
I know.
You're still single,
I
right?
don't know, so I wasn't worried too much about it, but I knew David there, Nancy, I don't know how bad she might get.
Yeah. Well, she knows that I'm just an old man, but now Brian, he's a little different.
Yeah, well, that's right. Now, Brian,
Yeah.
he's got a little youth.
I would have never thought he would say things go better with Coke, though. Would you? You have nothing to say?
Everyone's got to quench their thirst.
Okay, so now we're back, right. And you found some more stuff.
Yeah, we've got a.
I hope we're gonna not take up the whole hour though, just on Coke. Now, you're gonna have to go to something else.
We'll go on to it.
Is that the amount of different girls that were used in the advertising?
Yeah, and there's lots of women used in advertising.
All right, so we got a 1948 original Coca-Cola school crossing sign. So it says slow school zone, and it's got a silhouette of a
little girl with
pigtails running across the street,
and a little book's flowing behind her.
Yep,
she's in a hurry.
So it says, enjoy Coca-Cola and drive safely on it. So that's pretty unique.
Yeah, 1948.
1948. They were asking $2,800. Took a best offer, but probably around $2,500.
Yeah.
Sitting in a truck tire.
Well, that's just the round thing to hold it, just the ring.
Yeah.
Just around.
Got an original Westinghouse Coca-Cola cooler machine. One bid on that, they got $2,400 for a cooler.
Now that's a nice one there.
It's pretty good shape.
It's a reach-in cooler, by the way, too. It's not a vend-in one.
Right.
You have to raise the lid up and reach in there and get your Coke.
Here's a 1940s What I Want is a Coke original framed advertising sign. Kind of a Marilyn Monroe-esque kind of sign. They were asking $2,350 and took a best offer. Probably got pretty close to that, though. Got somebody on the phone?
Yes, we do have a call coming in, a Coca-Cola related question. So let's go to the phone lines. You can call in as well. Call 728-1320. Good morning. You're on Let's Talk Antiques.
When I was in third grade, that'd be about 1958. I'm the same age as the other David there. The Cub Scout den that I was in toured the Coca-Cola bottling plant in Tullahoma, and they gave each one of the scouts a miniature 24-bottle case of little plastic Coke bottles. I'm guessing it's like 2 inches by 3 inches or something, the case.
Oh, okay.
Little bottles are, smaller than a pencil for sure. What value would those have now?
Now, how tall were the bottles?
Probably about three quarters of an inch, maybe.
Oh, okay, 3/4 of an inch. I'm finding some that say 3 inch, but I don't see 3/4 of an inch.
Yeah, the whole case is only like
Yeah, but I know what he's talking about. Is it the yellow case or the red case?
Yellow or red case?
yellow case.
About 75.
$75. Dave says it's
$75.
about right. Yeah.
And it was free to the scouts.
Yeah, not bad for a free gift.
Yeah, and another, it's a Coca-Cola story, not a value thing, but Jim Blaylock, that was the band director at the high school for quite a while, he always said that he wanted to make his money with a snack food called Things, and then he could take advantage of the free advertising for Things Go Better with Coke.
That would have really worked.
Have a good day, guys.
All right,
Thank you.
thanks, you too.
Bye.
Hey, I'll tell you something. I just looked up a bunch of vintage Coca-Cola trays, and I'm talking about the older ones from 50 back, not the new stuff. And every one of them's got a girl on it, either with a guy and a girl, but except for one, and that is the one where the soda fountain. They call him a soda jerk. The guy that actually worked the soda fountain, and that's about 1925 or 6, somewhere in there. But the rest of
the women
majority of
complain about that, wouldn't
yeah, majority of them though. Well, I hate to say it. No, I don't hate to say it. It's the fact. Beauty sells, right?
Yep.
How much time we got?
About 7 minutes.
Okay. Now you can do a few more Coke, but listen, I got a good friend of mine over at Tullahoma.
Yeah.
Well, not just him. The whole group over there. Prescott Bottling. So we definitely gonna have to look up some Sundrop. Because I have to stop in and see him every once in a while.
That's true.
Yeah. I watch old James Shelton, old bull.
Yeah.
He'll sit over there and wait. He won't go get a cup of coffee, but now if some old hard ankle comes over with hairy legs, he don't want no coffee. But you let one of them girls come over.
And he wants some coffee.
And he wants coffee all day long.
You see what I mean? Beauty sales.
Beauty sales, that's right.
All right, so 1950s Coke machine restored in the 1980s. Went for $2,000.
Yeah.
Would
Danny
restoring
Jernigan
them help or hurt the value of a Coke machine?
It's like anything else. So if you can keep something original, it's good. But sometimes you have to restore it, like pedal cars.
Yeah.
Better off though if you can keep it original. Like I've got an original 44 that's probably worth $1,500 more than one that's been restored. So that kind of gives you an idea. Now, Danny Jernigan, a friend of mine that we trade together all the time. We kind of keep this stuff in the family. I swapped him that Royal Crown machine right there, and then he sold it to somebody. So how much did that bring?
Well, they were asking $2,000. Yeah, but it just brought a couple of bucks less. So yeah, right at $2,000.
So Danny had a $2,000. That is exactly the little RC machine he had. It's embossed and everything. $2,000.
All right, here's a nice one. Embossed Coca-Cola syrup bottle, circa 1890s.
Oh yeah.
It's in pretty good condition for that age.
Well, it ought to be for the price.
$1,950 for that one bottle.
Yeah.
Here's an all original 1950s Coke vending machine for sale, very clean. $1,800.
Yeah. Well, here's a different school zone. This is actually a school. They call this a school zone cop.
I have seen that.
Yeah, he was in the 50s.
Coca-Cola policeman.
On up into the 60s, they used them at schools.
Coca-Cola policeman sign crossing guard. They were asking $1,900 and got within $100 of that.
And it's rough. It looks like it's not that good a shape.
Slow school zone. It's a cop. I don't see Coca-Cola anywhere on this.
It's on the back side. If you'll click on it, it'll show the back side of it. Now there you go. One more time. Now.
Oh, so this is pretty tall too.
Oh yeah, it's about 5 foot. It's about the size of a policeman.
Yeah.
You click on that and it'll show the
base.
Back. Yeah, the base has got Coca-Cola
on it.
Click on the policeman. It'll give you. Oh, there you are. Okay, that's the fishtail one.
Okay. And the back of it says "Drink Coca-Cola."
The original ones have the round drink Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
That's the fishtail version.
Okay.
I've got that version, and I've got the other version. I got 4 policemen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
maybe I've seen this at your place.
Yeah, my place is well protected.
Oh, okay. Or at least everybody's slow down.
Yeah.
That's not Barney, is it?
No, that ain't Barney.
got
But he's
more than
waving
Coca-Cola
at
in
you.
his pocket.
Okay, let's jump to Sundrop here if we can.
Or golden cola.
Oh, okay.
Oh, let's see. I gotta get all my sorting.
Well, hit all,
first.
are you gonna hit all these buttons or what?
I gotta.
All right. What was that at the top?
So,
Well, go back just real quick. There was something at the top I never seen before, all the way to the top. Oh, it's a racing hood. Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Sundrop pre-NASCAR race.
It's a real hood
it's
with
a
the
real
Sundrop
hood.
on it.
Yeah.
Sundrop logo.
They're asking $10,000 for it.
Make them an offer and buy that.
Okay. Or best offer, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I'll
good
get
looking.
back and get my sold.
I'm gonna have to get on mine and put that on watch to see if it actually sells.
Okay. Here's the vintage Pam Sundrop Golden Cola.
That's a Pam clock, is what that is.
Lighted advertising clock. Yeah, so this is a clock. Refreshing as a cup of coffee. So it says they were asking $450. Got probably 400, somewhere right around there. Here's a 1954 Sundrop Golden Cola embossed metal sign.
Now it's in poor shape.
Yeah, pretty rough shape.
Okay, that same sign, and matter of fact, Sundrop has one, and I do too, that are mint. They'll bring around $1,500, a mint one.
Oh, okay. This is
How much
$360 for
yeah,
this
and
one.
you can see the red's faded, the sign's kind of rusty. So it's got some, I mean, that hadn't actually done its job. It was outside working somewhere.
How big is that?
It's probably 40 inches.
Okay.
Or so, 42 maybe.
Okay, here's a Sundrop thermometer. It says it was a $300 buy it now. Here's a, well, it's a cheer wine, so, but it's, I guess they're related. Here's a Sundrop Golden Cola vintage metal sign. That's a cap.
Yeah, it's probably about 30 inches, and it actually looks
really?
like a
That's
bottle
big.
cap.
Yeah.
Well, read the description and see. After you.
Let's see, there were 5 bids on it. It went for $180 at 34 inches. Oh, that's pretty big.
Pretty good sized little cap.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the bottle it goes on.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, I can tell you what, that cheer line was a winner when I was coming
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. That was a big deal, wasn't
That
it?
was a big deal. That orphanage,
Yeah.
we had one time a year that we got to drink those things, and I don't know where they come from. They bring them out there.
Well,
and
that's probably the distributor there in Nashville. That's where you was when you was a kid.
We was in the orphanage in North Carolina.
Well, okay, so whatever the bigger city was,
Man.
they had distributorships everywhere. That's good stuff, though, ain't it?
Oh, Lord, I drank
got
half
that
a
one.
tub full of them, and we'd hide the other half.
Well, the sign here, they said that it was the N wasn't stamped correctly and it wasn't embossed and it wasn't painted, and the person who owned the sign painted it themselves. So
That's probably why it didn't bring that much.
yeah, they might have
That
needed
should
to leave
bring
it
a
the way
sign
it
like
was.
that would be in the $500 to $600 range.
Here-
A real one, you know,
here's-
one that was factory.
1950s Sundrop Golden Girl Cola advertising clock, 20 inches. Relaxing and enjoy every golden drop. Golden Sundrop Cola. $150
See,
was to buy it now.
Yeah, they messed up. They could have got a lot more. They could have got around $250 to $300. And by the way, that's a plastic clock.
I was going to say, it looks plastic, yeah.
Let's take a break so you can push your button. We'll come back and give them some more.
Hello, I'm Pickin' Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
Madeline's Antiques and Uniques at 6107 Murfreesboro Road in Manchester has been helping collectors find just the right thing since 2008. With 40 quality dealers and a constantly changing inventory of collectibles from the 1800s to the present, they have many unique items in the store and new things coming in daily. Are you looking for the perfect lamp or clock to finish your collection? A vintage lunchbox from your childhood? Well, you can find that plus any number of other unique items in their huge building. With their easy access off I-24, they meet many travelers from around the world and just around the corner that come to buy and sell antiques, or just to stop and have a free cup of coffee and a cookie while browsing around the store. Come visit owner Madeline Kemp and travel back in time at Madeline's Antiques and Uniques. So many memories.
My name's John Hirschman. I'm one of the original 6 owners of P&H Rentals. Started the company 30 years ago when we saw a need for individual, construction, industrial, and commercial storage. We have trailers and containers for lease and sell. Our physical location is 2947 Old Manchester Highway, Tullahoma, Tennessee. My phone number is area code 931-273-4252.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
Folks, we're back with Let's Talk Antiques. So, boys, let's do some talking antiques.
All right.
Okay.
So what are you doing? Looking up the history of
I looked up a little bit of
let's
Sundrop
hear it.
history. Okay.
You're so efficient.
Well, do you see? I mean, I've heard of Sundrop all my life, but it seems like everybody who's from Tullahoma knows more about it than I do. So I figured I'd
Are you
brush
from
up for a
Tullahoma?
second. I am not from
Well,
Tullahoma.
then that's probably why you don't know us.
There you
much.
go.
Heard of it.
I'm from Cleveland, Tennessee, which is, well, I've drank it, yeah. But I'm from Cleveland, Tennessee, where Johnson Coca-Cola was one of the first Coca-Cola bottling plants. So that's what I grew up more with. Okay, so Sundrop was developed in Missouri by Charles Leisure, a salesman of beverage concentrates. While riding around town in the family car, Leisure quickly scribbled a recipe for a new soft drink on a small piece of paper which he handed to his son, Charles Jr. The younger worked as a lab tech at his father's plant and soon began work on the formula. 2 years later, Sundrop Cola debuted at the American Bottlers of Carbonated Beverages Conference in Washington, D.C. The Sundrop formula was patented on April 15, 1930.
There you are.
There you
I'd
go.
say Prescott Bottling's had it. I imagine they got the franchise in the 30s.
I thought
You think so?
Prescott...
Yeah, remember the Prescott Bottling? They had Double Cola, and they actually had one of the big beer franchises at one time. I don't remember which one,
You're right. I can't remember which one it was myself.
but they actually had the franchise, like either Budweiser or one of them, one of the big
I
ones.
can't remember myself, but they did. You're right.
Yeah.
Prescott Bottling is a fourth-generation business started in 1929
Yes, sir.
by Raymond L. Prescott as a Double Cola franchise.
There you are.
There you go.
Does it say anything about the beer franchise they have?
Prescott family came into bottling business when a family member for Chattanooga's Seminole Flavoring Company came up with a recipe for new cola, which he named Double Cola. Oh, wow, so they were related.
Mm-hmm.
Managed the Nashville Double Cola operation for several years before coming to Tullahoma with his three sons. Where'd you see that?
When his son,
When he sold off the beer
David
portion.
David Prescott took over ownership in 1971. He made the decision to sell the beer portion of the business to concentrate on Sundrop. He believed the ongoing success of the company is a direct relation with most of the company's attention and resources focusing on Sundrop. Okay. There you
Yeah.
go. All right.
by the way, it also helps
1929.
to have a good manager and a good crew, which they do have down there.
Yeah.
I think the daughter. I could be wrong, but I think the Prescott daughter works down there now.
Yeah, I think she runs the place, I thought.
Well, Steve actually runs.
Oh,
He's
okay.
the general
All right.
manager.
Okay, and they bottled Sundrop there until 1991.
Do they sell
It's,
Double Cola?
I don't think they have that franchise no more.
I didn't know. I never was a fan of Double Cola.
You know, I was a loyal Coca-Cola drinker, but whenever I got a double cola, I didn't mind it. So I always thought it was good. I think it's a little sweeter.
Now
Yeah,
I
something
think there's
different
something.
about
Yeah.
Now Ronnie's family was raised up on Pepsis. I don't know why that
I
was.
like Pepsi.
It's too sweet for me.
Yeah.
I like
And a fizz or something about it.
I like the Coke.
I didn't know you were a Yankee.
Yeah. If I was going to drink a dark drink, I'd rather have the Coke.
Which company was it used to have that jingle that said, get that refreshing new feeling?
All right,
Remember
so
that jingle
Yeah.
back in the early days? And man, I run to the store to get that refreshing new feeling that this drink was supposed to get.
Yeah, and you opened it up,
I opened it
took
up
a drink.
and drank it down, and I
Did you
didn't
get that?
refreshing
You didn't?
No, and I remember throwing that thing down, and I was mad as a horse.
That's almost like false
I spent my
advertising.
last nickel on it.
That's false advertising.
It was. I never drank nothing, but I can't remember what the name of the drink was.
That must have been before 57, because around 57
Way back
they
then.
went up to 6 cents. And I told the story before, where my dad sent me to the store to get 6-pack. That's 5 cents a piece, so get up there and they from one day to the next they changed the price, and so I didn't bring no 6-pack back.
Oh
I
wow.
believe it was R.C. Cole, I think, but I don't want to make that statement. But I believe it was R.C. Cole.
Okay.
Well, I told you the story about Sundrop. If you're a Sundrop drinker, the very first 2 swallows of that Sundrop is the best that you'll ever gonna have. It is the most exhilarating thing to take that first 2 swallows of that Sundrop. It's wonderful if you're a Sundrop
So
drinker.
make them big. So make them big swallows.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah,
Now, does that have to be the
Gulping.
bottle, or can it be a fountain drink?
Well,
It probably needs to
now
be
it's
bottle,
the 20
doesn't it?
ounce.
Okay.
But used to it was the bottle,
Okay.
the glass bottles,
Yeah.
the original glass bottles, not the ones they got now. But now those 20 ounces is what I'm talking about now. If you just let one of them be ice cold, and you take you a couple, those first 2 swallows, I don't know what could it be any better.
Okay.
And if you think of something, you tell me.
All right. Let's see. We got any more Sundrop stuff here?
Well, there's plenty of it. Hey, there's a $100 Sundrop clock.
There is a
What about that $100 and something bottle?
Pam style thermometer sign. That's not a clock. That's a thermometer.
Okay.
It's $100.
Okay.
It's a nice condition too.
Yeah. Okay. What's that? What's going on with the bottle there?
Rare Greenville, South Carolina Sundrop. Green bottle. No. 9 bids, $118.50.
Well, there must be something going on. That's an early
7
bottle because
ounce.
it's got the big red circle. It says Sundrop.
7 ounce. Maybe they didn't bottle in South Carolina for that long.
I don't know.
Here's a, not quite, vintage Cheerwine bottle from Asheville, North Carolina. That's $150.
Well, how about here's another Sundrop thermometer.
The Sundrop thermometer dropped $5. That's $95 for that.
Now, I know this next one's a clock.
That is, yeah.
Definitely a clock.
Original 1960s or 70s Sundrop advertising clock.
It's plastic though.
It says nice condition, plastic, $85.50 for 4 bids. Now, it doesn't look in excellent condition,
So
but
it's
you know,
$100 because it's got shipping on it
true.
too.
But it doesn't look like it's been in a smoky bar or anything.
No,
it
it
doesn't
looks
look
pretty
like it's
good.
been abused or anything.
Yeah.
There's a rare vintage Sundrop electric wall clock, and it's what would you call that? It's kind of almost a rectangle, but not quite.
Yeah.
They got $80.09 with 6 bids on that one.
And $11 shipping, so you might as well say that thing brought $90.
There you
I
go.
mean, you get it to you
Yep.
92. How about this piece
door
right
push.
here? That's a door push. I've got one of those.
Oh, there's
that thing didn't bring much money. It must not have the ends on it.
Door push soda sign for Sundrop Golden Cola. $77 with 3 bids. You want to look at it? and see
Yeah,
what-
I bet. First of all, it's not real. It's faded, so it's done its job. It's been out.
It's been on a door.
screen door somewhere. Let's just see if it has the ends to it, though. Oh, it's real rough.
It is
That's
rough.
why. And it don't have the ends.
Rusted. And,
Yeah, that in there actually was on the screen door for a long time.
Yep.
Till it fell off, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
But it
so-
don't have the ends. That's why. Because those will bring about 2 1/4 to 250.
At
A
that-
nice one.
Yeah, so at that point, somebody's probably just selling something that's been around for a
A
while.
sign. They're just selling
So-
a sign, basically. A rough
Yeah.
sign. Hey, how about that Sundrop case there? That's a big old wooden case.
Sundrop Golden Cola antique bottle crate. Brought $80 with 4 bids
Now
on that one.
that's the taller one. That's not the little old small ones, you know.
Yeah.
That's how they used to ship them.
Oh, okay.
Where the bottles actually, they didn't set the case on top of the necks of the other bottle. They set it on the case.
Right.
It was tall enough that the bottle was set down inside the case.
Now, have you got one of these?
Yep.
Okay, I was going to say, is this maybe one of Jiffy Burger?
Yeah, there is, and they've
Okay.
got T-shirts for sale on it or something.
Vintage 1960s Sun Drop Soda Pop Restaurant 28-inch embossed metal sign that's got a chalkboard part on the bottom of it. It's in pretty decent condition, $65.
That's a good buy.
Yes.
They would write today's special on it.
18 bids
Yeah,
on that
there
one.
you go.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Now that right there is a reproduction. See that Pam clock face?
Right.
Both of them are reproductions.
Replacement clock face for Pam.
They don't want to say reproduction.
Yeah, okay. You got $58.65
That's just for the face.
just for the face on a reproduction. So, too bad.
But it's nice. It's on glass, so.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. It
it
is.
does say. Okay.
Yeah, it's on glass, and it's back painted on the glass, and then it's got the white paint over it. That's how it's supposed to look too.
Oh, okay.
And it's got the rubber grommet in the middle. See right there for the hands to come through.
So somebody did a good job on it.
Yeah, real good.
Here's a Sundrop porcelain sign, gas oil general store service station soda pop.
That's an older sign too. It's got the red dot on. You know the red.
Yeah. So it's a metal sign painted white with the old Sundrop bottle. 28 bids was $63.50, and then another one just like it. 20 bids for that went for $61. So.
No, you got Earnhardt. We got 2 minutes, so I noticed you got an Earnhardt car there. That's
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
It's a model car, though.
Model car, 1/24 scale, 2004, 1994 Lumina. That was brought $54.95.
How about that Now, there's a case. Now, that's a 6-pack case now. That's not the individual
it's
bottle.
supposed to hold 4 6-packs in it. Vintage
$50.
Sundrop case, bottle crate. There you go. $50.
Plus $12.
So buy it now with $12 shipping. Yeah, you don't want to get stuck on
There's
shipping.
Ray's cherry wine that he was talking about, a case.
Well, that was a big deal. They didn't appear here for years.
Yeah.
They've got the same thing on $50
hey, Ray,
for
you
that.
know that nickel you paid for the bottle of drink? Well, here's a case that brought probably
$50.
$50. Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Just a case.
Let's see. Here's
Them cheer wines was a big deal.
a nice vintage Sundrop Golden Girl Cola 6-pack bottle graphics store window sign. That's the old. Well, it's got the what would you call that design?
That's the coffee cup design.
Coffee cup design. Okay. $50 was to buy it now on that. Another.
Give us one more thing, and then we're going to let you hit the button.
All right. Here's a 1992 Dale Earnhardt 6-pack Sundrop signature bottles with the 6-pack carrier. The buy it now on that was $45.
Cool. Well, there is a commemorative bottle that actually brought some money in.
It is.
I had one of those in my hand the other day.
My UT
got the other
Coca-Cola
5?
bottles will be worth something
One in my
eventually.
hand.
So if you got one, that's going to be a little over $7, Ron.
Yeah.
Okay.
Need 5
But-
more and
And the
a
carrier.
holder to go with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So it probably ain't going to be 7 because you don't have the carrier.
You'll spend $100 getting all those.
There's more to come. You're listening to Let's Talk Antiques on Thunder Radio.
Hello, I'm Pick and Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in, get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
Madeline's Antiques and Uniques at 6107 Murfreesboro Road in Manchester has been helping collectors find just the right thing since 2008. With 40 quality dealers and a constantly changing inventory of collectibles from the 1800s to the present, they have many unique items in the store and new things coming in daily. Are you looking for the perfect lamp or clock to finish your collection? A vintage lunchbox from your childhood? Well, you can find that plus any number of other unique items in their huge building. With their easy access off I-24, they meet many travelers from around the world and just around the corner that come to buy and sell antiques, or just to stop and have a free cup of coffee and a cookie while browsing around the store. Come visit owner Madeline Kemp and travel back in time at Madeline's Antiques and Uniques. So many memories.
My name's John Hirschman. I'm one of the original 6 owners of P&H Rentals. Started the company 30 years ago when we saw a need for individual, construction, industrial, and commercial storage. We have trailers and containers for lease and sell. Our physical location is 2947 Old Manchester Highway, Tullahoma, Tennessee. My phone number is area code 931-273-4252.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
All right, folks, we're back, and we're going to talk a little more antiques. So, I guess I hadn't mentioned Ronnie's glasses today at all.
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about my glasses.
Yeah,
I'm swearing on
I
it.
do my.
Are they
flash of something going
Are
on.
they tiger striped?
They're tigers. They're tigers.
I mean, really tiger stripes.
They're
We
tigers.
should get you a whole outfit to go with that. Yeah.
We need to pitch in and get him something.
You mean like to dress up with, or
I'm asking everything.
You gotta bring that in next week.
are you talking like a dress up outfit or a
Maybe a
Halloween
shower
outfit?
cap to go with it or something.
Shower cap? How about a ball cap?
That'll work. That'll
There you
work.
go.
I got some target.
That's all right.
Okay, so last night I sold some old PC video games on eBay, which sold a lot faster than I thought they would, and so that made me think to look up some PC video games. So the highest price, which is something I don't even know about, is a very large Star Citizen account, and they got $7,000 for it. So Star Citizen apparently is an online game, and this person has been playing it for years and built up this incredible amount of stuff. And so you can they'll sell you their account with all this stuff for $7,000, and they got $7,000. And then the next two are $4,500 that were Star Citizen accounts. But then we drop down to things that are like World of Warcraft Vanilla Collector's Edition for PC, 2004 sealed package, $4,350 with 35 bids.
Now, in its time, that was the game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But and then somebody's selling their Steam account that they said is worth $7,600 with 642 games in it. So they'll give you their password and let you have their account for and it got $3,250. Now here's something that me and Ronnie both should have saved. This is the original Doom 2 3.5-inch floppy disks. So these 83 bids on this,
all over those.
and it went for $3,150.
Just think now for 2 floppy disks.
Yeah, 2 floppy disks that you just happen to hang on to for 25 years.
Yeah. I believe I can make some of those.
Yeah, that's a point too. If you can find some 3.5-inch floppy disks, have you got?
I probably got some.
Okay. Here's another World of Warcraft Collector's Edition. Vanilla with 4 others to go along with it. That was a buy now of $2,750. Here is a full throttle vintage big box PC game from LucasArts. Full throttle with the bandana inside, which I'd never even heard this game. 28 bids, $2,575. Here's a Football Manager, football as in soccer, 2017. Went for $2,332. Man, must be an early edition or something. Here is a game called Little Nightmares that went for $2,332. That came from Italy. Here's a complete edition series of Civilization, the complete set, $2,332. Man, most of these are keys. Let me get
Remember
down
the
to
online
actual
where you made your own
box.
cities and
Oh yeah, that's
was
it.
big.
Let me see if I can get to. Okay, here's Grand Theft Auto 5. 9 bids on that went for $2,090 from Lithuania. So I assume there's something special about the Lithuanian version of that.
Yeah, we probably can't read it.
Yeah, exactly. You can't understand how to set up your game. Then you got a 9 games simulation game pack. 9 games in one, ultra rare, $1,671 for that one. It's surprising to me. None of the ones that I sold in my $65 thing, luckily, have showed up in the hundreds of dollars. Here's a vintage 1985 IBM PC Alley Cat version 1.0 on 5 1/4 inch discs. 16 bids on that went for $810. That's. You have any 5 1/4 inch discs
I don't
laying
have any
around?
5 1/4.
Oh, okay.
I got some 3 1/2s.
I finally got rid of all my stuff like that. Here's Ultima Online Charter Edition for PC, an extra large box. $600 was the buy it now on that one. Here's a Japanese import Magical Chase PC. Ultra rare, $580. I haven't heard of that one. Diablo 2 Collector's Edition for PC from the year 2000, $575.
I really think that we're looking at what's going to end up being one of the next hot items.
I hope not, because I just sold all mine.
I really think we are. But what's even more is I think it's going to be the controllers.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about PC games is once you move on to about 3 versions of Windows down the road, you can't find a computer to play any of these games with. So it's really hard to
something to get you to spend more money.
to
Well,
keep
that's
them.
where you
Yeah.
sell old computers.
Yeah, that's
Refurbished old computers.
Here's an Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Neverwinter Nights from 1991. I could swear I had this. 41 bids for $525.
You know, I've seen a lot of folks that has got messed up minds from playing with that Dungeons and Dragons now.
You think so?
Yes.
And I save all my old operating systems too.
Yeah.
I've still got them on discs, or I could reload on something.
Really?
else.
I
Am I
did.
crazy, or have you heard that?
Not. I've heard people say that, but I've never seen it myself. So, let's see. Get in something else unique on here. Well, magical Japanese 1991 magical chase shooting game, and it's a Japanese word for the name of it. So, Hagaki, $480 was the buy it now on that. So I guess you can always find some really rare Japanese games that you couldn't find in America.
We just wouldn't know what was rare.
There
Unless
you
we
go.
were from Japan.
Here you go. Leisure Suit Larry, the Laughers Utility, rare PC game. $456.89 with 15 bids on that. I remember Leisure Suit Larry back in the late 80s, I believe. Let's see. Here's a signed World of Warcraft Collector's Edition by from the design crew. $391.44. That's actually kind of unique on that. And Destiny 2 Early Access Key for Windows, $448.99. And let me jump to something that's just kind of odd. Let me see if we can get anything. Here you go. Original Doom, 1993 mail order edition, rare. $400 was the buy it now on that. There you go.
1993.
All right, that does it for me, Dave.
I think we're good.
You squeeze anything in 10 seconds?
No, I think we're good to go.
All right.
That wraps it up for this week.